I think we're live now. Alright, my name's Celestris. Rank 60 Ironman currently. Just hit 1.2 the other day. Decided to come over to YouTube and try out doing rambles and other types of videos and things like that. And so this is the first ramble. I don't know if I'm gonna label it ramble yet or intro or I'll label it yet, but um, jump right into it, I guess. I'm gonna start talking about like brief 2020 plans that I did and like that, and then go on to current plans and 2021 plans. And I'll just hop around and just ramble about skilling and plans for the channel and things like that. Um, if you hear chips in the background, sorry about that. I used to play a lot of poker, so I shuffle chips, and for whatever reason, that's like my like tweak out over it. I don't know. Um, so 2020, I pretty much wrapped up with finishing 200 mil range, my first 200 mil early on in the year, and then I started doing hunter along with it, um, and then fire making as well. I just kind of like skill hop between the three, and then this summer, I was doing a lot of schoolwork and things like that, so I was kind of bored, and I just was kind of burnt from the game a little bit, not necessarily, but just didn't want to play as much, so. I knocked out 200 mil thieving. That took about like 4 months, I believe. I got that like a week or two ago, um, which was really nice. I did it all at Gem Nights. Gem Nights are very, very OP. If anyone hasn't done them yet, I would recommend it doing it now before they nerf them. Just due to the simple fact that you get so many gems. I mean, like, I have already spent all my toggle. I had about 14, 15 mil toggles, somewhere around there. So I bought gems and um, spent about a week or so maybe buying gems. Could have definitely done it a lot sooner, but after a few hours, you kind of run into a problem with world hopping. I think it's you only have world hopping issues after you world hop 1,000 times. Um, so I was having issues with that, so then I started blowing glass. Ended up with like 75,000 molten glass or something, which is what I've been currently doing for the last on and off week or so. Um, I finished 200 mil of range, which was nice. Secured rank 11, and then thieving rank 70, I believe. I definitely miss thieving. It was definitely fun using my old laptop that I took out of the closet, and I mean, it was old. It took me. I bought this laptop in the beginning of when I joined the military, and so that was like 6 years ago, and I didn't turn it on for, I don't know, maybe a year and a half now. So when I turned it on, I had to reboot it and everything, and it took about 8 hours to get off the black screen, and then it took another like 4 hours or 6 hours to reboot and like factory reset, which was nice. It took a long ass time, but it was well worth it because um downloaded Light on it, then bought a foot pedal for like it was like 15 bucks on Amazon, and then I pretty much hooked that up to that. Had a different separate mouse for it. Pretty much just did Gem Nights on and off for about 4 months on the laptop while playing alts, leagues, other games like Rust and CS:GO, things like that. So it was pretty nice. It was interesting. I definitely miss it now. I should have saved it for whenever I do homework, but I think my next plans for whenever I AFK or do homework is probably Redwoods or AFK Monkey Madness 2 tunnels for melees. Not entirely sure yet. It depends on how much homework I have that day and how long I have. My dog's just looking at me like, what are you doing? Hey, Blue. Yes, buddy. Can you go lay down? Yep. So, I think 2020 I also finished God Wars essential, well, for the most part. Like I don't have like Arma Helm or like AGS or like Toxic Staff of the Dead or anything, but like I finished Bandos. I think that was December 2019 though. Um, after I maxed, shortly after I maxed. I finished Sarah though during during 2020 during the whole coronavirus. Finished Sarah and then I did Inferno. Inferno took me like Inferno was a pain in the ass. It took me. I mean, I feel like I got it fairly quickly too. About 9 or 10 days from start to finish. Um, I sent about I think 44 attempts. Um, Zuck I tanked. I think I tanked a Zuck hit. But yeah, 44 attempts in like a total of like 9 days wasn't bad. I was just sending it nonstop. Like I was playing, I don't know, 15, 16-hour days. Because it was during, I think it was towards the end of summer, between my summer break and my spring fall classes. So I had a lot of time on my hands, so I sent it nonstop. I'd do like a 2 or 3 hour Inferno run, die, get right back into it, like no breaks. I wouldn't even get up and go to the bathroom, get a drink. Well, it depends on if I would be chugging Red Bulls, but I sent it just nonstop. It was a pain in the ass. I'm glad it's over with, but I do plan to probably go back eventually, get a second cape, and then maybe go for capes periodically whenever I do Slayer, if I ever get a Zuck task. Like every now and then I'll do one. But with ACB, it's a little bit harder, not having that T-bow. What else did I do during 2020? Started doing a little bit more Vorkath. I was trying to plan out doing more Vorkath over time. I don't know how much Vorkath I'm gonna need if I do go for 200 mil all. Still don't know if I will go for 200 mil all. I'm not really playing in that mindset. I'm more so playing in a mindset of just doing whatever I want to do, having fun with it. Um, so I guess we'll see how that goes, and whatever happens, happens. But I've been trying to do a little bit more Vorkath rate recently. I don't mind it. It's kind of fun. Like I used to hate Vorkath. I hate PVM in general. Like I'm sorry if you're a PVMer and you're watching this, but I don't know. There's just something about RNG based goals that I just cannot stand and absolutely hate. Um, I just can't do RNG goals. I was playing leagues uh for the last, I don't know, I quit leagues probably like a week or two ago, but I was playing for the first half of it and I was just going, triple drop rate relic and took me like 1500 kills for my black mask. It was just outrageous and I'm just over it. Um I put a big dent into the fire making in Hunter as well, which I'll end up finishing next year. Hopefully. I mean, that's the plan. But current plan right now is to just almost 20 mil crafting. Nice goal. I'm just basically doing relaxing content because I've been grinding Volcano this week. I'm at 500 KC and still no tool seed. I mean, I'm not gonna complain or anything, but it would be nice to just get spoon fed on that. Like I said, I hate RNG goals. I can't stand drop rates, and I'd rather, I don't know. I just can't. I'm not a big fan of them. I've done like 250 chambers or something, and I have a DHCB and ancestral top in both prayers, and that's about it. And I have no plans on going back anytime soon. I might go back though for the ancestral bottoms for Slayer, but that's about it. And maybe a Dins and Claws, but I don't see myself doing that type of content. It's just so boring. I'm sorry. So current plan is just to pretty much just get the tool seed, hopefully, because next year I want to maybe knock out some mining whenever I do AFK skilling while doing homework or something. Not entirely sure, but that's the plan. I just want to have crystal pickaxe for if I choose to do VM. I did 99 mining and all of my XP pretty much at granite, so I did very little mother load, probably like mother load to 70 or whatever it was, and then the rest was granite. But I'll be doing granite whenever I want to, or whenever I feel like it, and then whenever I get bored or tired of granite, I'll go and do agility or something like that. Just try and stay consistent, I guess, next year. I mean, this year I wasn't very consistent. I had a lot of goals, and I watched the recent Ramble with Bailey and Tism and Ebox Young talk about how like um goal oriented, efficient skilling and everything like that, and how people are too caught up in the idea of, all right, I'm gonna finish this skill, and they're gonna start from a 13, 14 mil XP in a skill, and then they're only gonna train that to 200 mil until they're done. And if kind of what I did with Hunter this year is I started Hunter off decently strong, and then it was like, all right, I don't feel like doing Hunter, so I'm just not gonna bother logging in today, kind of thing. Or I would log in and just stare at my screen and bank stand for an hour or two, and it was just a lot of wasted downtime that I could have been used uh, for something better. But it is what it is, and it's over with now. So the plans for next year's, I think, is probably gonna just finish fire making and Hunter. Um, Hunter and fire making I might start doing in the next few weeks, like depending on how long it takes me to get a tool seed. Um, and also maybe do some more Vorkath next year. I want to try to do Vorkath whenever I feel like doing something intense. I know Vorkath sounds intense, right? But it's not. But more so of like, because I've had that urge to play alts lately, and I just don't know what it is. But it's so boring just playing one account. I don't know if I'm the only person that thinks that, but so whenever I want to do something AFK, I'll do something AFK. And whenever I get bored of doing that thing of whatever it is that's AFK, I'm gonna try and move on to something more intense, like mining or fishing or something like that. But I mean, I guess we'll just see when the time comes. Um, a big goal that I want to hit next year though is 70 mil crafting. Because that's pretty much like all the crafting XP that I have banked right now. I have like almost 20 mil crafting right now, and then I have like 46 to like 52 mil crafting XP banked in the gems and everything. My plans with the gems is to obviously cut them all, and then I'll make the diamonds and rubies to bracelets. I might make some of the phoenix necklaces, but I'm not entirely sure. But for the most part, I'm gonna make them into bracelets. The emeralds I'll do on my spare time, making into bracelets, and same thing with sapphires. Um, sapphires are like zero point 0.8 EHP or something like that for irons, so it's not bad, so it's worth doing in my opinion. As like a AFK method whenever I do homework or something, or even mobile, which also gets me on the topic of wanting to do mobile more often next year. Um, I'm a very negative person when it comes to mobile because I just feel like whenever I'm out and about in the real world, I don't want to play RS, or I don't want to focus on RS. I don't want to be that guy that pulls my phone out of my pocket every 5 minutes to check the redwood tree or something. But I might try it out next year, January or February, for like a solid month, and just to see, what the gains are for that. Just wherever I go. If I go to the store, even if it's like 15 minutes, just go to the Redwoods for 15 minutes and just kind of see what the XP gain is for that month of just, zero timing Redwoods or barb fishing. Next year as well, next semester, I'll start a new job. I quit my current job as a bouncer, and so next semester I'll be working at the school. It'll be like somewhat of a desk job, helping out vets and things like that. But doing that, I mean, I'll be working like 25 hours a week, not much, but and then again, I go to school and I get paid to go to school. But I don't need to necessarily work a full-time job, but it's just something for extra cash. But while I'm doing that, we'll have a lot of downtime, so I'll be able to do mobile redwoods or barb fishing, which I'm more leaning towards the barb fishing just because it's a little bit more EHP, or it's like significantly more EHP than redwoods. But we'll see how that plans out. Um, 70 mil crafting is gonna be nice though. It's gonna take me like 400 hours, I think, to get everything done. I did some rough math of everything, including cutting the gems and then making diamonds, the rubies, emeralds, and the sapphires into bracelets, and it comes out to like 1.12 EHP with all time considered, so it's not bad. Nice chunk of XP gained as well, which will just put me closer and closer for top ranks. Um, next year I want to really try and push top page. Currently I'm ranked 60, but I think I could push top page next year. If not, I'll be really close. I'm looking at temple graphs every month or like on a weekly basis for the last 3 or 4 months just to see like the progression of top page and like the top 100 EHP. Um, just to see where everyone's at and what everyone's doing and kind of get like a rough estimate of where top page is going to end. And I think it's going to end next year. Top page will be about like, maybe I'm getting my rough estimates wrong, but I think it was like top page. What is top page right now? Top page for iron right now is 1.73 about. Um, I was thinking that top page next year, somewhat towards the end of the year, is going to be around like 1.89, 1.9 or so bill XP. Hopefully, because I mean, I think I can push 2 bill next year. Hopefully, that's the plan. We'll see though. I think I'm gonna do a lot of Slayer for that. I'm gonna. Hello. Hold on. All right. Well, sorry about that. Neighbor came. Need help. Where was I? Talking about Slayer, I believe. Uh, so plans for next year with Slayer is probably push that as my method to just gain ranks and a lot of XP in a short period of time. Um, I don't know if I'll finish Slayer next year. That's the plan, but I don't know if it's gonna work or not, but we'll see. Um, Next year I want to really push 2 bill total XP, which is doable. I'll just have to push a little bit next year, I think. So that's why I'm thinking like doing the whole like mobile, either redwoods or fishing is gonna help significantly if I can do. If I'm working 25-hour weeks, 20 hours on average a week, doing 5 tick fishing, I'm gonna get like 4 to 5 mil fishing XP every month. That's like 60 mil XP for that year, which is big. Out of the 800 that I need, 60 that's free. So see how that goes. Um, and then like really next year too is what I want to really focus on is just skill hopping, just hopping around and trying different methods and trying to go for bigger weeks. because what I learned this year is I I didn't want to do anything but hunter. Like that was I was freshly maxed and I was like I'm going straight for 200 mil hunter. And I stopped at like I think 50 mil, 48 mil for like a month or two because I did like God Wars, I did some fire making things like that, and it was more so if I'm not doing hunter right now, I don't want to play right now then. So I think next year I'm gonna try and not set myself up for big goals that I may or may not finish, but more so just always doing something. Whatever it is, whenever I'm logged in, just something. If I don't know what I want to do for the day, AFK something. Go sit at Redwoods, go do 5-tick barb, uh, cut gems if I still have them, which is why I was originally planning to go for a big crafting week and month for the iron PVs or the iron records, but I don't think I'm gonna do that anymore because I really don't want to waste 400 hours of you know decent AFK when I can use that and uh, pretty much like use it between intense fast-paced skills like mining if I do next year with granite, or let's say I want to do 2-tick something, or anything like that where it's like an intensity skill where I'll do that for a few hours and then maybe I want to go relax and do some AFK bank skills for a few hours. Vice versa, just switch it up and just stay consistent, and that's the key I want to focus on next year. Plans for 200 mil all though. I don't know if I'll actually go. Like I don't plan on doing 200 mil all. I'm just playing how I want to play. But I do want to push 2 bill XP next year and do like maybe a 3K EHP year, which I mean isn't big, but 3 or 4K depending. Um, then I also want to just kind of focus on just uh just enjoying the game and skill hopping and trying new methods. I know like I guess in the poll blog, I haven't really read it much, but the poll blog was talking about like a new rune crafting method. So I mean, when that comes out, we'll see how that is. We have fishing Todd coming out soon, so we'll see how that is. I mean, which I think is pretty. I don't know. It sounds OP at first, but looking back, I was talking to a friend of mine, Tails, about it, and we were talking how like at level 99 fishing 80k an hour is pretty. That's a decent amount of XP, but then again, we look at, you can AFK 5-tick barb for 60, 70k, whatever it is. Um, so it's not much of a difference compared to game style and like the EHP XP curve. But at level 70, getting like 70k it is or whatever, 80k at level 70, that's a little bit busted, but I mean, it is what it is. And that's probably not the actual rates because Jagex always seems to throw in a rate and then it's significantly higher than what it intended to be. We'll see how that goes, but I'll probably abuse it the first few days when it's out, like everyone else, depending on what the XP is and the rewards and everything like that. I think one of the rewards I want to get is the fishing barrel. So if I ever want to AFK Kwambons, I can. Oh, that takes note on the next year I want to do cooking as well. Maybe not so much push 200 mil cooking, but definitely try and push 50 mil, 100 mil cooking with the Kwambon method, buying it from the shop and then you can alt to light fires, etc. Um, yeah, I'm somewhat of an alt user, uh, but it is what it is. You're gonna have you either I don't know, you just have to use them. Today's game environment, if you don't, you miss out on a lot of XP and time wasted. So, um, much it for the most part for the ramble. I think I'm gonna just try and do these every I don't know how often on bi-weekly basis. Maybe do a ramble. I think I want to try and put out skilling videos as well. sort of like that. I mean, I got a lot of motivation from Sebe from this. So the motivation behind me making a YouTube channel and doing rambles and thinking about doing skilling videos and stuff like that, just to try myself out and see what I can do, you know. I may not be the most efficient person, but I know the game well enough to try and do like a perfect hour of something and see what the XP rate is, maybe long term, even doing it for like 6 hours and looking at my XP rate long term, just to give myself a rough picture or a rough estimate of where I am at right now, and then towards the end of the year try it again and see what, plus seeing how different methods evolve and seeing how the XP curve changes throughout the year like that, and how one thing might be meta now and then next year it's a completely different method. I know I saw them talking about a blood altar with blood talisman for Ortania sometime next year for a new rune crafting method, which would be really nice. I don't know how that would work with blood rune crafting and Zaya right now currently. If I'm gonna just finish it and get rid of it, or it's just gonna be an alternative. Whereas if you do the actual essence running method, then you're gonna get more XP per hour than if you the AFK Zaya method. But I'm not entirely sure how they're gonna do that. Interesting though, and hopefully it's more blood runes per hour. But I'm not entirely sure. I feel like they're gonna not make it with pure essence. They're gonna make it with having to use day alt essence instead, which might combat that. It's gonna just be like day alt essence being used as ZMI. It's more efficient to mine day alt, 1.5 tick day alt, and then do ZMI rather than just ZMI with pure essence. I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but um, I think I'm gonna just wrap up the video here. I think we're pushing like 30 minutes right now. I have to combine these two clips because I had to cut it. My dog was barking, but I mean, quick little side look at all the gems that I have. I need to get more gold bars. That's what I need to do as well. So I don't know if I'm gonna buy gold or like Volcano. Currently, I'm doing Volcano for that's some gold out of the way, but I still need like 200k more gold ores. Try and push 20 mil base uh next year as well. I think I just need like agility, mining, smithing, which I'll have banked from Volcano. Herblore I already have banked. Fishing I'll do with bone, mobile or whatever. Crafting I'll hit today, hopefully. Um, and then yeah, rune crafting. I don't know what I'm gonna do crafting, but we'll see. Maybe I'll use that as an AFK method whenever I do homework. But if that's about it though. Ugh, it's gonna be a long day. Some gains and hope I can get a pull tool seed sometime today. But if you like the video, like and sub, drop a like, whatever. I'll put my Discord link description too for those that are watching, whether you're a new player or a veteran player or whatever it is. If you have questions, you can just drop in the Discord and message me, and I'll do the best of my ability to answer and get back to you with whatever question you may have. This goes for, I guess, mostly irons, but whether you're a new iron or not. But yeah, appreciate it. Take it easy.